Hello, hi everyone. I am Asutosh Ranjan.
And I'm Shaurya Ganvarsha, and we are here hosting an alumni session where we have our host as Pritish Samal. I think we'll wait for 2-3 minutes and we'll start. Okay. I hope we are not disrupting your holidays with these sessions, but we'll try to get over with this soon and we'll keep this session very crisp. So just call your friends if they haven't joined yet because this is going to be an incredible session and you will get to know a lot.
Also, you can drop your queries in the comment section. We'll try to answer them.
Yes, yes. You can just like start by giving your queries right now, and we'll keep them and we'll address them by the session ends. Okay, Ashutosh, I think we should start now. We shouldn't keep those people who waiting who actually joined on time.
Yeah, sure. Okay, hi everyone. So in this session, we have today Pritesh Shamal Bhaiya. Pritesh Shamal Bhaiya is a B.Tech graduate from NIT Rourkela. He was also the GitHub Campus Expert, and he also served as a student mentor in the Google Summer of Code. He's currently working as a software developer engineer at Harness. He's very famous in the open source and the tech Twitter space. Many of you must be knowing him. Uh, he also contributed to a lot of open source programs, a lot of open source mentorship programs, and he is also a very famous community leader. He has strong background in system architecture, software development, and programming, and he's a full stack engineer. So let's welcome Pritish Bhaiya.
Hello,
Hello, hi
hello.
Pritish Bhaiya.
I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Hey, folks. Hi. Although I cannot see you all, but a very good evening to one and all present here. I'm Pritish, a graduate from NIT Rourkela, batch 2023. Um, yeah, should I go ahead and introduce myself?
Yeah, sure, Bhaiya. Go ahead.
So I graduated this year itself um, from the ceramic department. I know it's not at all related to computer science or software engineering for the fact, but I work as a software developer now, and yeah, that has been my passion since when I passed school, I guess. Yeah. Uh, and looking forward to this session. Let's keep it interactive. That like the people who have joined, make sure you get the most out of this session. And I'll try my best to answer all your queries regarding placements, internships, and the preparation journey. Um, yeah, let's get started.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so first I would like to start some questions which might help you reminisce about your life at NITR. So I'll start with the chill question. So tell us about your co-curricular activities in NIT Rourkela, because I was reading your the transcript of your MM article yesterday, and you had mentioned that you were playing football in the first year, and then I remember you being associated with you were the dean's nominee. You were, I think, you were
Yes,
associated with SAC in the
secretary.
last year, and your co-curricular activities have been immense. So tell us about that.
Um, okay, so when I joined NIT Rourkela, I like similar to most of the freshers, I was not that interested in academics because yeah, you have come to a whole new campus and you're starting a new journey of your life. I mean, B.Tech after school, B.Tech is like a huge step towards your career, and uh, I mostly got involved in the football institute football team because like I love sports, and football and basketball are some sports that I love the most. So yeah, I came across our institute football team, and I went for the inductions and yeah, got selected. But the thing is, the the com- in the first year, I used to attend the classes, and it used to get over by around 5 p.m., let's say. And then our football practice used to start at 6 or 6:30, and it used to go on till 8:30. And after like 2 to 3 hours of practice, you one is obvious to get completely exhausted, and that's what happened with me. I wasn't able to like catch up with other things that's going on around the campus. But yeah, it was a different experience altogether. And then COVID happened. In the final year, um, I picked up interest in the student activity center, and in fact, I was the secretary of the Film and Music Society. So yeah, that was again a whole new experience for me, apart from the tech side of things. So yeah.
Yeah, Vijay. Now I want to ask you a little bit about your background. How were you able to manage your studies? The ceramic engineering courses are filled with a lot of theoretical subjects, and then you also interned at BharatPe, and then like how is your life at Harness? Yeah.
Uh, that's a lot of questions, but let me break it down. First, I would like to talk about my academics. And I don't take pride in mentioning my academics for the case that in the first semester itself, because of the um, like co-curricular activities, I didn't give that much importance to academics, and I scored CGPA. Like my first sem CG was 6.23 to be precise. So that was a shock for me. Fortunately, I didn't fail in any subjects. So that was a sigh of relief. But after that, yeah, I started taking academics seriously, because like you are in a prestigious institution, and in that you have to, like, that goes without saying that you should be able to manage your time, because you are the one who is responsible for your career, and no one else is going to spoon feed you in like in college, or in fact after college also. You have to do everything by yourself. So after that, I started focusing on academics. It was like, okay, I have to, since my CGPA was really low, that's 6.2. My target was to at least get 7.5 in the final year, so that there won't be any discrepancies in like in the placement season, because you must be knowing the rules, right? If you get a F, then you won't be eligible to sit for the placement. So that was one thing. And apart from that, academics, it was not like I used to study all my subjects every day. Uh, I, I I attended the classes, um, like I was uh, basically, I didn't take any leave, or I didn't bunk too many classes for the fact. And I used to listen to my professors in the class itself. That's it. Before exam, like before 1 week or 10 days, I used to start my preparations for the semester exams, and that's how I uh, used to balance the academics as well as my development journey, because software development, on the other hand, that takes up a lot of your time. And I I used to work on many open source projects, and um, like our college has too many interesting clubs that encourage people to work on open source projects, like the GDSC or Open Code. And I was part of these two clubs, and the community that's around these two clubs are like, they have immensely helped me to grow in my career. And luckily, I got really great seniors. Like when I was in second year, everything was online because pandemic happened. But still, these clubs used to hold like weekly or bi-weekly sessions, interactive sessions with the seniors, and those seniors, to name a few, Abel Matthew, Chinmay Kavi, and Harish. So they all really helped me to like get the basics of development, because like you on your own won't be able to do that much progress as compared to experienced seniors helping you. So yeah, that's how my development journey got started. uh, Also, sorry, I forgot your questions. Like you asked a number of them, so could you please
Oh,
repeat?
it's okay. It's okay. We'll address them at the end, like when we talk about your work experience. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, what would your advice be to someone who had a low CGPA after first year? Because since we opened a registration form for the second years and third years, we observed a lot of them had not a decent CGPA. Like they had sixes, fives, sevens. So that was quite normal for us to see. So what would your advice be for them? Because it's natural for someone to get depressed, and they would think that if they are not scoring good CGPA, then maybe they don't have a good mind to develop or maybe to do other things to get them placed. So
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, that's a really great question, and it's a genuine problem. I mean, every one of us has faced this at least once in our life, where like we perform really bad, and then we procrastinate about the consequences, like what is going to happen next and what am I going to do. You must be having no clue at that point. So that's when like um, so the best thing about my like fresher life at NIT Rourkela was my seniors. For example, after like getting a low CG, because 6.2 was also really low CG, and after that even I too got depressed and I didn't know what to do. I mean, at that time I didn't really had any idea about software engineering or development, and basically I was unaware of what to do in the future. So at that time my seniors, Pritesh bhai and Debabrata bhai, so these seniors, the like I went to meet with them, and they actually made me understand that nothing has changed. I mean, a low CG like this, until unless you are getting a F in a subject, I mean, that's also acceptable, because you can get out of that situation and you can do really well with your career even if you have a F. But it's like it boils down to one thing, that's it's your career and you have to put in efforts in order to make it right. So that's what my seniors suggested, that it's not too late, and I mean, CGPA is an important criteria, but you can also you can also deal with it, like even if you have a low CGPA, you can still get a decent placement, and you can still do a lot of stuff with what people with high CGPA can do. You just have to work harder than rest of them. So that's what I did. After that, like I started exploring the fields in software engineering, and i I remember I started with full stack development, as many people do, because it's one of the mm, I won't put it easiest, but it's easy to get started. this field, like the full stack development field, is easy to get started, and that's what I chose. And I just started exploring all the tech stacks, frameworks, and programming languages used, and what type of projects have people built, like our college seniors or people in the open source. So what type of projects they build that actually makes an impact. So yeah, that's how I was able to cope with the low CG condition, and was able to get out of that, the depressed stage, like that. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Riya. So now I like to ask you, uh, like which CS fundamental and DSA concepts are more important, and how one can incorporate these into their development journey.
Um, yeah, so I've heard people saying like there's nothing important in CS fundamentals or DSA. You can crack any company without that also. But that's actually not true, because every type of company you see, the work they do, everything requires problem solving. And the better you are at problem solving, the more the chances are to like for a company to hire you. So this factor plays an important role. And I actually took a lot of time to realize that yeah, CS fundamentals and DSA is important, is equally important as development. So I like to increase my problem solving skills. I didn't so let me tell you honestly, I didn't deep dive into DSA, like giving 6 to 7 hours a day to practicing data structures and algorithm itself. So I didn't do that way. What I did is I tried to solve the easy and the medium questions in lead code, and like I tried to cover the linear and non-linear data structures that are in the like the mostly asked questions in the interviews. And that gave me that gave me an idea of like how software development interviews are, and what should you expect, like what type of questions should you expect. So um apart from like solving the easy and medium level data structure questions, I also gave more importance to computer networking as a CS fundamental, because I was more like after my third year I was more inclined towards the cloud computing and DevOps field. So that's why I started giving more emphasis on the computer networking and the concepts used in that, as well as the algorithms that's happening under the hood while like you browse the web. So I started giving emphasis to those. And um, when it comes to um, operating systems, I just covered the basics. For example, if you um, go through any of the blogs like W3 Schools or Geeks for Geeks, so they have like a roadmap of what are the topics that you should cover. What are the most important topics that you should cover to crack an interview. So I followed those articles, and yeah, that was it. Apart from this, I also I didn't prepare separately for the databases, like the relational and non-relational databases. That gradually happened while I was into software development, and I was building projects, side projects, which used MongoDB as a non-relational database, or MySQL or PostgreSQL as a relational database. So by doing projects, I learned the basics of databases. Yeah.
Okay. Bhaiya, you mentioned in in your previous answer that when you started development, you started with full stack development. So this is question that comes into my mind to someone who wants to start building projects. What do you suggest them? Should they go with web development or they can go with anything? Like,
Okay, so this question, like the answer to this question might vary from people to people, and let me tell you the type of developers I've seen in my college life. So I myself have started my development journey from full stack development, but if you take my other friends for example, we had like couple of friends in DAC or open code, and some of them have started with app development, and yeah, they are doing really good now. I mean, it's up to you to choose like what you want to start, and what is the field that that excites you the most. For me, I chose website like web development because uh, there were two factors. One is it's really easy to get started, and the second one is what, like the development or the project you are building, that people can see it easily. People can like suppose you are building a controller, say as a cloud controller for example, and that people cannot find the value in that like as soon as they see it, because there'll be so much thing going on under the hood, and that requires some technical proficiency. But if you see, okay, made a simple website where it has a pretty looking front end, and it has an integrated back end too, as well as databases, and people are able to interact with the website, so they can find value in that. So those were the two main reasons why I started with web development. But yeah, it solely depends on like what you want to do, and what field excites you the most.
Yeah, I think that's a really great answer. Like you can see the project
Right, right.
instantaneously. You can share it with your friends. Yeah. So, Bhaiya, now I would like to ask you, what would you suggest someone if they don't secure a on-campus internship?
Yeah, not at all a problem. I mean, okay, I agree with this point that on-campus internships or placement offers are comparatively easier to crack than off-campus. But if you see today's scenario and today's market, I think like I'm not really updated with the on-campus scenario, but I think the number of openings that comes out off campus are the number is pretty high as compared to the on campus, because as of now companies they are like since after pandemic everyone is looking for cost cutting, so they are actually looking out for genuine talent, and they don't want to hire bulk students at the moment. So they just um, screen people thoroughly, and they hire a genuine talent. So as of now, I would suggest like if you even if you don't get a on-campus internship, there are plenty of opportunities in the off-campus area. I mean, there are a couple of websites. We have the Y Combinator portal, as well as for the remote work, we had a website. I'm not able to remember that. Yeah, it went off my mind now, but yeah, we have couple of job portals for that, as well as LinkedIn and Twitter. So these two play a really important role in finding opportunities if used wisely. For example, uh, in today's date, if you see LinkedIn, there'll be a lot of posts which are not related to like job openings or internship opportunities, and they'll be mostly about some motivation post or some memes. Even in LinkedIn I'm able to see nowadays. But yeah, if you filter your LinkedIn correctly and follow the right set of people, those who like constantly post job openings on their accounts, then I think these two are like, you don't need anything apart from LinkedIn and Twitter. You'll be able to find really good opportunities, starting from early stage startups to Series A startups to MNCs, as well as the high frequency trading companies or the HFTs. Those pay really high. So you'll be able to find all sorts of openings off campus. The only thing is that you in on campus you'll be mostly competing with your peers or your batchmates, but when it comes to off campus you'll be competing with the whole world. So that's where like you have to put in some extra efforts, and you have to draft a really good resume and a cover letter, and you should learn how to send cold emails to HRs or engineering managers, technical leaders. So yeah, these are some of the pointers that you should keep in mind while applying for off campus opportunities.
Hmm. Good answer, Bhaiya. As like we were looking through your LinkedIn, and we could see that you got your BharatPe intern through LinkedIn only.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah, I'd love to share that story, man. So that time I was in my third year when I received the internship from BharatPe, and till date, till date, BharatPe hasn't officially released a post saying we want to hire intern. All the internship rules are like done internally through cold emailing and stuff. So I was at that time only, I guess I completed my LFX mentorship program, and after that only I received a internship from BharatPe. So at that time, in the break period, I was looking for new opportunities because I want to work in a production grade system. So there's a difference between your personal projects and the projects that are available in the market as end user products. So BharatPe has a couple of products like the BharatPe merchant app, postpay, credit card, like credit application, and there's also many other products that BharatPe has under it. So I was more of like I was looking for getting a real world experience while working on production grade projects. So that's when I started looking for opportunities. And as like at that time I was like using I was using LinkedIn widely. Like the moment I wake up, I used to check my mail and LinkedIn. These were the first two applications that I opened after getting from the bed. So you can know how what was the importance of these applications. So one random day I was scrolling through LinkedIn, searching for opportunities, and yeah, I at that time I have already applied to a couple of startups as well as my interviews were going on. But at that time I came across a post from engineering director at BharatPe. It was Krish, like who happened to be my manager afterwards. So he wrote a post saying that we are looking for front-end developers, freshers, who who can work like the it was a work from home opportunity. So he said students from any college are welcomed. It's not like you need to be a graduate. So I what I did is he also mentioned some other engineering managers and directors in that post itself, saying you can reach out to them also with your resume and cover letter. So what I did is I sent a connection request to all of them. It was, I guess, 8 or 9 people total in that post, including uh, the engineering director that published that post. And I sent a connection request. Some accepted and some didn't. And those who accepted my request, I at that moment only, like the moment they accepted my request, you'll get a notification in LinkedIn, right? That yeah, he's added to a connection. So the moment I saw that notification, I had my like the what do you say, my intro ready, a short and crisp intro, along with all the important links like link to your resume, link to your portfolio, link to your GitHub, and along with that, I sent my cover letter to saying like stating why I wanted to join BharatPe. So fortunately and luckily, I would say like three of them replied back saying, "Yeah, your profile looks impressive. We want to schedule a meeting with you, the first round of meeting." So they asked me to confirm a date and time, and then they'll get back to me. So after that, I had to go through a total of 3 round of interviews. And then yeah, I one fine morning I got a mail from them that I was selected as an intern, and uh, I will be starting soon. So that was my story.
That's one amazing story, and I would suggest anyone who follows you on LinkedIn, they should go on your LinkedIn and see how well you have curated everything, all the sections. So that is one big takeaway from your answer.
Absolutely. I mean, maintaining your LinkedIn profile along with all the links like your portfolio, your updated resume, a cover letter, and any certifications you have done, along with any freelancing experience you have like you have done in the past, or some personal projects that you have built in your college journey. So all those you can add it on LinkedIn, and recruiters usually see those stats and then they reach out to you. So yeah, man, I would strongly recommend the juniors here to like maintain their LinkedIn on a daily basis, and then just send connection requests to um, like this is slightly different from what the question you have asked about my journey. But yeah, it can be like it's applicable to all. So the most important thing that you should do while your internship or placement journey is that first draft a list of companies that you'd like to work at. It can be MNCs, it can be startups, it can be HFTs or anything. You have to make a list. I remember I had made a list, and um, like there were about 200 to 250 companies that I had listed. Like, yeah, okay, these were the companies whose work life culture is great, otherwise, whose pay is good, and like I would like to work at this company if given an opportunity. So I made a list, and then I went to LinkedIn and searched minimum 5 employees from that particular company, and I just sent a connection request. Just sent it. I didn't care if he or she accepts the connection request or not. I just sent it, and then uh, if I see today, I will be for sure having connections from almost like all the companies that usually people have heard of. For example, Zomato, Microsoft, Google, LinkedIn, Mercury, and early stage startups like Grow, Unicards, and many more. So, what like how this will help you is so, for example, whenever you come across an opening in LinkedIn saying that yeah, this company is hiring freshers at the moment, that time you'll be having at least 1 or 2 employees from that company in your connection list, and you can directly reach out to them saying that, okay, this is a opening in your company and I would like to apply for this position, could you please provide me a referral? So you can say it like that, because off campus opportunities are not open for a long time. Like today you see there's an opening, tomorrow that will be closed. So as soon as you see any opportunity, you just have to apply for it. As simple as that.
Hmm. Okay, Bhaiya, great answer again. I have another question for you. Students who are trying to get into development often find themselves into in a tutorial hell. So, what would you suggest for them so they maintain a consistent interest in building projects?
Um, Let me tell you what worked for me, because tutorial hell is the most common problem that like the software developers in the early stage they face this problem. And yeah, it's a really common problem. It happened to me too. Like initially I used to suppose I have to learn Node.js, for example. So what I used to do is either I'll go and buy a paid course from Udemy or Coursera or something. Otherwise, I'll just go to YouTube, search for a tutorial, and then I'll follow that. But these tutorials, they usually last minimum of 4 to 6 hours, and it can go as long as 50 hours also. So like one cannot be consistent in watching these type of long tutorials and making it to the end. So what I used to do is like initially when I started facing this tutorial hell problem, uh, I just shifted from um, watching video tutorials to reading docs. So documentation, like reading documentation and technical blogs or articles is like really saves a lot of your time, a lot of time. And I myself have experienced this. And when I got stuck in tutorial hell, I started reading docs and reading tutorials. Reading technical blogs that's published in Medium or Geeks for Gigs, and there are a couple of other famous blogging platforms too, Dev2, for example. So these were the platforms where I went and, okay, this is the concept I'm trying to learn, but I'm stuck here. So why not let's go to a blog and read through it, so that we can at least understand what it actually is and how to implement that. So doing that actually solved my problem, and nowadays I don't refer to watching tutorials. I just go pull up a blog from the internet and then I just read through it, and that saves a lot of my time. But again, this will vary from people to people. Like for some, watching video tutorials are like might be an efficient and easy process, but for others, video tutorials might be boring and they might be stuck in the tutorial hell. So for them, this actually helps, reading documentation and blogs.
Yeah, Bhaiya, that is surely a great answer. Uh, so, Bhaiya, now I would like to ask you something about hackathons and how someone can participate in good hackathons, and will it help them in placements? And what are your suggestions? Do I need to be really skilled in participating in hackathons, or I can take up a hackathon and participate at whatever stage I am in?
Hmm. Hackathons. Um, so like my college journey, I was a B.Tech student, and there were a total of 4 years. And if I were to divide each year into parts, like which area I focused on, so my first year I was totally unaware of tech and development and anything. So I was a layman in my first year. In second year, I started exploring fields like web dev and open source and stuff. And during my third year, what I did is I was having a basic knowledge of how development works, what are web servers, how you can integrate front end with back end, and deployment procedures and stuff. So I said, okay, I have this knowledge or the prerequisites. So why not put into use instead of like building your pet projects or your personal projects? Why not build something useful that will actually help people, even if it is a prototype? It like if that project is scaled, then it might help hundreds or thousands of people. So at that time, like me along with my batchmates and friends, we started participating in hackathons. Initially it was for fun. We used to participate in MLH weekend hackathons, and we used to do some funny project or some project that like is interactive but won't serve that higher purpose. So we used to take part in those hackathons, and we won a few. And after that, we actually started um, applying to participating in company level hackathons. For example, JustPay or PhonePay or Microsoft, they have or they conduct their own hackathons, and you can find those either in their official social handles. Otherwise, Hacker Earth is a platform where you can find those type of hackathons, Hacker Earth and Unstop, for example. So these are some of the platforms where you can find hackathons hosted by companies, by huge companies. They can be ranging from MNCs to unicorn startups and everything. So we started participating in these hackathons, and these hackathons basically have a like predefined path to follow. Okay, so this is your ideation stage, and you have to make a presentation of what your idea is going to be. And then if you are selected in the presentation round or the ideation round, then you will be moving to the prototyping round, uh, where you will be like building a MVP or a minimal viable product, and then you will be demoing it to the judges. And if you are selected in that round, then you will be going to the finals or the semifinals that's being organized in a national or a global scale. So these hackathons, like they carry too much value, and people like every hackathon I've seen, these type of company hosted hackathons, people directly get an interview opportunity or even direct placement offers from large companies like PhonePe, Flipkart, Myntra, Microsoft, etc. So yeah, I mean hackathons are a great way to build your career.
Yeah. Okay, Bhaiya. So my next question is the this tech industry keeps on changing rapidly, and I think 2 years back the main focus on campus interviews used to be on DSA, but now we see a change in trend where interviews are focusing more on low level system design. I'm talking about entry level interviews. So what kind of interviews would you are you expecting in the next year or two?
Um, yeah, times are changing definitely. There's no doubt in that, and like on campus, I didn't have that much experience, but I've heard feedback from my friends. So I just applied for a single company in on campus placement, and I was done with that. But my friends, since I was like this is also a factor that I was from ceramic engineering, and not many companies, like the companies which I wanted to work at, they were not eligible for like they didn't eligible people from other branches except the circuital, the CS, electronics, and electrical people. So that's where I kind of stopped applying on campus and I started looking for off campus opportunities. But my friends on the other hand, they were from circuital branches, so they used to apply to almost 100% of the companies that visit on campus, and they were really great companies. And they used to share their interview experience or the interview process. And I mostly like I mostly heard this common thing, that's DSA. Uh, DSA, I mean, it's necessary and it doesn't have a substitute. You have to do DSA in order to get into the software development field. But nowadays, I mean, DSA is still an important field, but companies now look for people with people having real world experience in building projects. So they look out for people who have some experience in uh, knowing why are they building something, because that's what you after joining company, that's what you will commonly face, that okay, you are given a project to work on, but finally what you have to do is you have to show value that okay, this project can serve for this and this purpose, otherwise it will be of no use, right? And why will the company hire you if you are going and working for them on a project that serves no use, right? So that's how the trends are changing. And after this pandemic and the like 1 year ago, the market was down, really down. I mean, people haven't I'm sure people haven't seen market as low as it was 1 or 1.5 years ago due to the recession. Nowadays, market condition is improving and many opportunities are coming up, surfacing in the um, fields like LinkedIn and Twitter. Uh, it's just that only DSA won't help you go a long way. Along with DSA, you need to have some real world experience in software development, and that can be achieved through like any type of field. Maybe you build some machine learning projects, or you build some full stack projects, or you build some cloud projects using Golang, Rust, or Perl, or any of your language of your choice. So that actually gives you an edge over other applicants. And it also helps you in your personal development journey, because uh, let's say a company hired you just by looking at your DSA skills, but after going to company you have to work on development only, right? And DSA is just to improve your problem solving skills, but in the end you have to work on end user products, or any products that a particular company has under it. So at that time you are going to need the development skills, and it's better if you start from an early stage, that's from college itself. So yeah.
Yeah, Vaya, that's a really great answer. Now, I would like to ask you, how is your life at Harness and what you usually are doing nowadays?
So I am loving here at Harness. I mean, uh, previously when I was working at BharatPe, I didn't like the work culture there that much. I mean, it was decent, but it could have been better. But after joining Harness, I mean, I think this is the company where I belong, and I'm like I got a great manager and I got a great team. Even though most of my team is based out of US or US and Europe, but still, I mean, the projects that I'm working on and the ownership that I'm given, like of my work, and the appreciation if you deliver something on time, so that's absolutely amazing. In fact, my role at Harness was completely work from home, but I chose to shift to Bangalore and work from office because uh, at an initial stage, at least for me, working from home doesn't make that much sense to me because first thing, you are losing exposure. You won't be able to gain the experience which I'm like now able to experience by working from office. I'm meeting with a lot of people from different perspectives. Like in my so I used to like I go to office minimum 3 times a week out of 5 days, and every day I go, I make sure I don't have to make sure, it's by default that I learn something new from the people because I uh, I connect with people who have more than 20 years of experience, like the engineering manager or director level people. And I also used I also connect with people of my age, and they are from other backgrounds because, if we are from the same college, okay, we know what were the circumstances in our college, and uh, what are our abilities or what are we good at. But from other colleges, you never know in which field a particular person is good at, and sharing your experiences with them and getting to know their experiences, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. You get to learn a lot of new things. And yeah, in person, like working from office, you won't feel that monotonous routine because you'll be working with people from various backgrounds, and even if you get bored, there'll be people around you with whom you can talk to, at least conversate and know, okay, yaar, chalo chai ke liye chalte hain, ya fir let's get a cup of coffee and stuff like that. Otherwise, let's play. So in our office, the most entertaining thing we do is after lunch we just go and play foosball. Foosball, I mean, the battles in our office, the foosball battles, they are mind blowing, you can say. The craze and the adrenaline rush while playing foosball, right? You cannot get that working from home or remotely. So, yeah, it's going great.
Great answer again. And we also have football tournaments at our office. So it's brutal out
Absolutely.
there.
You must be knowing that, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I think the stage is open now for audience questions, and anyone feel like asking anything, asking about his personal. No, don't ask about his personal life. Just ask about academic journey, professional journey, or industry. Anything. Just drop your questions in the chat box. I Yeah, we have a question. Chirag is asking. He's a sophomore from CS department. His query is regarding internship. How much development is actually sufficient for interview, considering one is decent in DSA?
Okay, so to answer this question, you have already crossed the level one. That's getting to know the basics of DSA, and you are saying that you are decent in DSA. So that's a really plus point. Um, After that, how much web development is actually sufficient for interview? So yeah, let me put it this way. Um, if you are building a website which contains only front end, and it like one cannot interact with it apart from like just seeing the website. Okay, here's a carousel that has pictures in it, and here's a button that does nothing. So a website like this won't serve any purpose. So I would suggest to like it would be better if you have experience in full stack development, that is like developing front end, back end, managing your databases, and then deploying it somewhere, having a valid link. So whenever like you are going through an interview and your interviewer asks, okay, do you have any project experiences, or what is a project that you are really proud of? So at that time, you must be ready with a project which you have built, the first thing which you have built, second thing which actually serves a purpose, right? A normal note taking application isn't isn't of that much use, right? So your project must be serving a purpose. Let's say, okay, we have created um, like a marketplace for our college students, where like anyone can sell his old goods and anyone else can buy it. So you can say, okay, we have this one. Otherwise you can also say that, okay, I have built a website for this fest, maybe technical or the cultural fest, and we had these many registrations, and for that we have built an authentication system. For that we also had a database that stored the data, and then we also integrated a payment gateway in order to like collect money from the applicants or the students from outside college. So this actually can like will let the interviewer know, or the interviewer will get a perspective of you that, okay, this guy has actually worked on a project that serves some real world purpose, and hiring him will like we won't have to teach him, okay, yeah, these are the projects we're building, and this is being used by this project, like this is being used by these many people, and we have to scale it or something. So they don't have to tell you that, because you will be already having experience for the same, right? So yeah, I mean, having a decent full stack project will go a long way. What is the minimum time one should have to complete coding and all? Specifically, is 4 months fine? Um, okay, so I mean, 4 months for DSA is decent enough, but for development, like it's a never ending journey. Okay, you cannot complete anything, let's say web development or front end or back end development, you cannot complete anything, but in 4 months, for see, if I were to share my story, it like to get decent in web development, it took around 1.2 to 1.3 years, because I was more into front end in the initially, but after that I also started exploring back end, and then you also have to see the integration of front end and back end, and development specifically takes up a lot of your time. I remember I started my development journey during COVID, because like we all were in our homes and we didn't have much to do, right? ऐसे ही नल्ला बैठे थे. So at that time, what I did is I started exploring things, and then I used to sit in front of my computer for at least 10 to 11 hours, bare minimum. 10 to 11 hours. Out of that, my productive time may be 4 to 5 hours, but I used to sit, because in development, the most important thing for you is to have patience, because not everything will go according to what you have thought always. So there are times when you have to debug for hours, and then also you won't be able to figure out what's going wrong. And that time, you like patience is the only thing that will help you. So yeah, I think, but in 4 months, I think you should be good to go for interview purposes. But if you want to deep dive, then it's surely going to take much more than that. Which tech stack can enable a fresher develop a good project in less time and effort? Mm, Tech stack, I would say Stack, because the community around the Stack is really huge, and you can find many people developing their websites using Mon, as well as there'll be um, like too many resources for that on the internet available easily. Um, so why I said Mern stack is because, for example, suppose you take Angular or Svelte in the front end and you take Perl in the back end. So in front, like you can make you can use any tech stack for the front end and back end, and in the end you just have to integrate the APIs. But the problem is, not like you won't find many resources easily regarding Perl, or like you won't find your peers coding in that particular language. So that might be a challenge for you, because if you're working with a Mern stack, then you're bound to find any person in your college or community itself that will be using the same tech stack to develop his or her website. So that's the reason why, like, Monstack can help a fresher develop good projects in less time. But yeah, efforts are going to be there. Without efforts, I mean, there's no shortcut for these things. You have to put in efforts and time. Is machine learning a good substitute to web development for software roles? I myself haven't explored machine learning to that extent, but I it surely is like it has a lot of craze, like the machine learning, and if you were to go to the advanced version of it, artificial intelligence, these are running the world today. And everywhere you go, you are bound to find some roles dedicated to machine learning or AI developers. And um, the most like according to me, the most prestigious machine learning position we can like I have come across is Apple. I mean, they hire machine learning engineers like crazy, because they have a lot of stuff that revolves around machine learning and that depends on it. So Apple hires a lot of ML engineers, and yeah, there are a lot of companies. I mean, it can be a good substitute to web development for sure. I'm gonna ask you how we can get with DevOps and cloud. Mm, okay, this is a great question. Hi, Srishant. Hi. ID department. Okay, that's cool. So, like, it's really great to see people exploring different fields apart from full stack development and cloud. Apart from full stack development. And to answer your questions, in the initial stage, we don't require the knowledge of data structure. We don't require hardcore knowledge of data structure and algorithms if you want to get involved in DevOps or cloud. So DevOps is like DevOps and cloud, they are closely related, but they both are completely different things. In DevOps, you manage stuff and like create automations around it, but in cloud, you develop the tools or technologies that are used in the DevOps field. So there's a slight difference in these two terminologies, but to answer your question, you don't need hardcore DSA. I mean, basic problem solving would be more than enough to get started. The only thing required in DevOps and cloud is you should be good in any strictly typed language. For example, C++, Java, Golang, Perl, Rust, anything works. It doesn't have to be JavaScript or Python because these are scripting languages and they are loosely typed. So you have to like TypeScript works fine, but JavaScript no. So you have to have a good grip on any one strictly typed language as well as the OOPS concepts and basic problem solving skills. And the last thing you need is computer networking because everything you do or everything you see like everything will come across in cloud computing or DevOps, they all revolves around computer networking. So if you have a basic foundation or a good decent foundation of networking, then I think you should be good to go. And your second question is also open source a key to placements? Um, it definitely is. I mean, thank God you asked this question. Open source in today's date a really um, is a really great substitute to working like getting industry level experience. So in open source, you'll be able to get the same type of experience without even joining a company. So uh, for sure, open source can be a key to placements. I owe my opportunities, the number of opportunities that I have got, I owe them all to open source. It has helped me a lot. Yeah. Suggest some good web dev projects which include almost most of the web dev stuffs. Could you be precise, like which includes almost most of the web dev stuff? So, what do you mean by web dev stuff? Did you mean like front end, back end, database management, and deployments, or is that something else? So I'm assuming it's what I told in the beginning. So some good projects can be if you want to like just learn, then I think creating a Shopify clone or like creating a streaming video streaming service using WebRTC or sockets like a real time video conferencing application or chat application. So those will be considered as decent projects in your resume for sure. But if you are looking for projects that would make an impact on the community or that will serve some purpose to the people around you, then I think that's up to you to analyze. Okay, what are the problems faced by our students and how we can solve it using tech? Because learning tech stacks and building projects are secondary. First you have to like in real world, first you have to analyze what is the problem and can tech solve it or not. So if tech can solve it, then after that only you should think about, okay, what are the tech stacks we are going to use, what will be the architecture of our server or stuffs like that.
Okay, so I think it's 7:30, and we'll take one more question. Swaroop, yeah. Okay, Santosh is asking, considering the fact that we still have one semester and summer with us, is it necessary to rush into making some random project, or we should still focus on learning the basics and make a good project?
That's again a good question. Never rush into making projects. Okay, so suppose you are learning a tech stack. Let's say you are learning Mon stack, and you want a like everybody needs a project for their resume, because without projects, your resume. I mean, uh, every like the others who have DSA as well as projects in their resume, they will have a greater edge over you if you don't have some good or decent projects. So I would say, like, if you are learning Monstack, then in the beginning try to code along with the tutorial, like the tutor who is teaching you. Try to code along with him or her. After that, like once you have completed a basic tutorial, try to replicate the same thing of your own without taking a look at the tutorial again. Like try to make it like all by yourself. Otherwise, try to create a new project. If you have any new idea, try to implement it in code and complete it end to end without any without looking without going through any tutorials. Of course, you can like always, if you come across an error, you can always refer Stack Overflow or even Chat GPT, but never try to rush into making random projects that might fill up the space in your resume, but it won't help you in your personal growth.
Okay, I think we are done for the day. And thank you, Pritish Bhaiya, for such an amazing time here and sharing a lot of knowledge that you did. So, Astos, do you have any closing comments, or should we leave the stage to Pritish Bhaiya?
Yeah, I think that should be good. We should leave the stage to Pritish Bhaiya. Thank you so much, Bhaiya, for taking out your valuable time and sharing all of your experience with us.
Always for my alma mater.
Hmm.
Without before ending this session, I wanted to share a couple of things with the juniors present here. Um, it's it's December, right? And you will be like after summer vacation, your placement and internship season will be starting. So the best time you get is this December month and the summer vacation. So make sure you use it wisely. Otherwise, like you might be behind everyone once the placement season starts. So on campus season starts from like mid July or early August, but off campus you'll be able to see many opportunities in and around the month of October and November. But I was also reading an article recently that mentioned that uh, in 2024 will be again facing some sort of recession in the job market. So my suggestion to you all would be to actually improve your skills, because if you have the skills, you don't have to worry about any placement opportunities or anything. It will come to you. Eventually it will come to you. So I would like to suggest that improve your skills and practice DSA, because that will hone your problem solving skills. And try to try to have a backup offer, because in today's date, having a single offer isn't that reliable at all, because I've known people who had really great offers, but that didn't last for long. They didn't even get to join the company they got an offer from. So it's always better to have a backup offer. If I were you, then I'd be keeping 2 to 3 backup offers for sure. Uh, like looking at today's job market, this is what one would do. Um, but yeah, no, don't stress on the placement and internship. Like have some quality time. Enjoy your time at college because you won't get to experience it again. We only got 2 years and dedicated the rest 2 years to COVID. But yeah, we had a great time in college. Uh, Including the learning opportunities. Have good connection with your seniors because they have been through where you are right now, and nobody else would be the best person to guide you other than them. So have good connection with your seniors, and and like be active in communities, may it be open source communities or your local college communities. By communities, what I meant is be uh, be a part of the group which shares the similar mindset like you. Like, okay, we have a group where everyone is really enthusiastic about software development, and they're always planning on exploring new tech stacks and stuff. So yeah, that's a place for me, that's an ideal place for me. So try to find a community or create a community of your own, and try to be active. That goes a long way. And yeah, um, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance to all.
Yes, again, great advice that you should always keep making initiatives because that's where he also started. So I think this is time for goodbye. So I wish all the best and good luck to everyone. Okay.
Thank you.
Hmm.